Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, the only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's 2nd down. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And some room to work. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did. The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jamal Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Gone. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss gets us.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 38, Goff.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's gone.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Once again, it's Swift.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They run. It's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout. Signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The final shot before break here. Goff. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big time read, big time play.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it. for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Allen off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Ross.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They had gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 28 yards.
And the Bills are back within a score.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have...
And this throw will be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Hines now on the return.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Off play action, Allen.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 22, Allen.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And As you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one good for 37 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
78 yards now for Hines on the ground, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down. Hines will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
Crossing route complete to Ross.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They run with Hines. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
This is Hines, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Justin Ross
from 10 yards out.
And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr., had the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Play action. It's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing on third. Goff. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Goff. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing again is Goff.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. One last throw here for Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6.